Hey gang, if you're a fan of modeling, you're gonna love this. If you're a fan of TONEX, this is gonna blow your mind. And if you are like a pedal board person, just get ready for this. This is amazing. This is the TONEX ONE. Look how tiny. This is tiny. And this is the latest TONEX. So IK Multimedia has taken the TONEX and put it into this size. This is absolutely bonker nuts. If you see blue on the, it's because I have put Velcro because it's already on my board. TONEX, it's a modeling software. So when you buy TONEX, you'll get like, they include so many models. But if you want to get more specific, like I have a bunch of models at the TONEX store. I've got like all of my preamps captured, so I'll put links below so I don't have to sell you on that stuff. So it's not exactly one-to-one in terms of everything that's in the big TONEX is in this, but they crammed a lot into the smallest possible package. I'm gonna run you through different ways to use this, and I think it's gonna be the best way to explain its feature set as well. Let's say you wanna use this as an amp. Okay, great. You're gonna choose 2 different amps, so it's an A-B situation. Let's pick, it comes with a Dumble, right? Let's use a Dumble, and then let's use, I'm gonna pick one of mine that I captured, an ADA MP1. I know they don't really match a Dumble and an ADA MP1, but you know, that's what I'm all about, so whatever. So, you throw that in there through the USB port, very nice. It's super easy, drop, and when you load this up, on one side you've got a Dumble, and you click over on the other side you have your ADA MP1 sound. In that mode, you don't bypass, you don't turn this off. Just the same way when you're playing through an amp, you're not gonna just turn the amp off. Why would you do that? You need that. So you have a 2-channel amp. That's that MP1 sound. I mean, it's right there. And on the other side of this, I have the Dumble that's included. So now let's say you're gonna be high rolling with not one, but 2 of these little $180, $179 beauties. I mean, this is pretty bonkers now. Okay, so now you're gonna run 2 of these. So now you could do something like take a Fender Princeton on one side and then take like my matchless preamp and then get this like super stereo awesomeness going with 2 of these. And then of course you still have the alternate mode, so you could go do maybe a low gain of one and then a high gain of the other and then get any combination thereof. Now I'm running a duo of TONEX ones in stereo, so it's hitting the delay pedal, splitting off, and each one's getting a separate amp. On one side I have my Princeton, and on the other side I have my matchless. And throw on the effects and you got, you know, something quite lovely. I think at this size, IK could have just put a volume knob and there would be nothing to complain about. But look what they did. So you don't have a gain control because the gain is captured in your tone capture. You capture a single moment in time on that amp, it goes in here. And then you have volume control, output volume control. You have your bass, middle, and treble, which is the TONEX shaping bass, middle, and treble, which is quite nice. So if you wanted a little brighter, you could do that. You could trim some bass, whatever you want to do, contouring. They also included the gate. They also included the compressor. They also included the reverb. And then this also is a tuner. What? Another way to use this is to capture a pedal. Now, you could get a pedal for 90 bucks. That sounds amazing, right? And it would be kind of silly to just put a $90 pedal into a $180 pedal. $179. But what is, I find super cool is when you capture a pedal chain. So I have chains of pedals that I really like that are each doing a little bit. And then you want to turn it on, you're like, okay, I could capture that entire chain of pedals and get that tonality inside the TONEX ONE. It's so small. And now I could have that as my bass sound. And I could still now free up those other pedals to do extra sweetening, those things that they do so well. I have control over those other pedals. But that core tone where I was building, I could capture and I could just run through the TONEX. So I'm plugged into this Rev D25, which sounds great. Right? Now what I love to do is push that clean tone into something dynamic and a little more, it could bend dirty, it could bend clean, whatever you want. So I have these pedals here that I really love the sound of. I wore my best shoes for you. The EP booster. I also love the RC booster, but I like it also with the EP booster. And I also love the Jan Ray, but I also like it with the RC and EP booster. That's awesome. Now I've done the capture of those, just the 3 pedals. So I ran a loop of those 3 pedals and I put that into the TONEX ONE. And now I have that sound up. Back over to the pedals. Back to the TONEX. Oh, it's a little quieter right now. But what's also cool is I have a global EQ control over this now. So if I want it brighter or darker, whammy bar. Let's go brighter. And then off. Now going back to 2 of them, you could set up one as your pedal board amp and the other as your pedal board pedal chain, your favorite pedal chain. So I could set one in the mode of alternating, so I have clean channel and dirty channel, and then I could set the pedal up as a bypass. And now on the other TONEX, I have a blues breaker. It's the Kingtone Heavy Hand capture. From the front panel with this little alt switch, the alt switches these controls from EQ to compressor, gate, and reverb. But if you hold it down, these take on another function where you could change the modes of how it switches, either A, B, or bypass. And you could change some of the other modes of the defaults and even scroll through different presets. Now you're flying by the seat of your pants on the presets because there's obviously no big graphic interface that says, you know, like green screamer and my cloney clone and stuff. So you kind of have to know where you're going, but you get through them. And if you're just scrolling through your favorite patches, you can go, that's the one. I know what that sound. This is, you know, my Marshall sound. This is my clean sound. You know, this is a high gain lead sound, and you could just scroll through them that way. But 2 on the board goes so far, and then look how much room that leaves you for all your other pedals. I captured a similar pedal chain, but I also had a Boss EQ with a nice like mid poke going on. You could hear that little mid hump. It captured it perfectly. And I'm gonna add a little reverb to this. Add a little more reverb on this one, and a little less reverb on that one. So that is your TONEX ONE, coming in around $180 or pounds. It's just like, it's pretty silly. It sounds great. It's so useful. Really awesome stuff and super fun. So what more can you want there? All right, gang, check some links below. I've got links to my TONEX captures down there, and a link to the more info on the product and stuff. And, you know, if you got this far, can you click subscribe and like and stuff? You know, thanks a bunch. We'll see you later.